Hello YouTube, Totalhenry here, and I'm back for another Go video. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing a game by Honinbo Shuwa, 7-dan, and Kuwahara Shusaku, who is a 2-dan at the time. This game took place in March in 1842. And all the professional commentary in this game is by this guy right here, Katani Minora, whatever, 9 is by him right there. And so yeah, I have this all in a tree right there, and I'm going to be going through and telling you his commentary for this game. So in this game, Shusaku is black, and he starts out with a 2-stone handicap. And let's take a look at this game. I'm only a 14Q, if you can see, but I don't know, mainly just tell you what the professional says and chime in with my own pretty bad comments when I feel like it. So starting off with a standard approach. Shusaku backs off. First few moves of this game. So nothing major happens here. The first 8 moves of the game, it's sort of standard thing. They do mention right here, the commentary. He says that this is a very solid move, but a pincer over. Let me get a tool. But a pincer right here is sort of the more professional, not professional, is sort of the more modern style right there. But anyway, so continuing on with the game here. And then here's where the action starts when Shusaku pincers right here. Now, in this move right here, the commenter notes that white plays here and does not play down here, because otherwise that would allow black to get a hang up here, so that if white had played here instead of this move right here, so if white had played here, black would have been able to do that, and this whole group these two groups would be separated. So he didn't do that. Showa didn't do that. He tried to keep his stones connected. So continuing on here, Shusaku's trying to separate them, and white's just trying to live in the corner. Oops, skipped the move right there. So yeah, getting some outside influence in exchange for the corner territory. And then with this move right here, it says black cannot permit A. A is that little circle right there. And black 24, and it does say that this right here would be more solid, but in exchange it would give white an excellent move at C. So I guess Shusaku just sort of decided, I'm just going to take this 2-space extension right here, because he didn't want to be pincered, plus white has some backup over here. That's my sort of guess. Continuing on, white jumps out, and it does say, the commentary for this move is, it says that this is a very aggressive move, and the safety first move for black would be that. So Shusaku is trying to play a very aggressive game here against this guy. Now moving on to the next section of moves, which is called White is Untroubled. So white has a lot of good things going on here. Now, this next move right here, there is a reason why, what is this move again? Yeah, so it does say that this right here, black 28, Shusaku, he's attempting to attack white on a very large scale, but it gives white a good move at 29 right here. Because Shusaku played that, white now gets this really good move, and black would have been better off playing this. This is actually a better move because it does not give white this move right here. I don't exactly see why, but that's just what the commenters were saying. So continuing on, black is being attacked from both sides here. There's the Atari, black Atari's, white takes, black Atari's, white connects. And trying to fight, black is trying to make sure his group is alive here, as white's getting some more influence in the center. White has some territory over here. And standard sequence right here, sort of poking. This is sort of a endgame type thing. Black trying to jump out because black still has some stones right here, and white is low on the third line, so black can potentially make something right there. And here goes white trying to separate black. Now white plays there, and this move is necessary to prevent black from stealing white, sealing white in Sente with this sequence. So the reason white played this move right here is because of this sequence right here. So just what I was saying before, where white is low on the third line, white was worried about something like this. So white had to play here to make sure that his stones could jump out and he wasn't surrounded here with this low third line territory. Plus, in this sequence right here, white would have to add a stone to defend against black coming in here if black chose to do that. So white would have to spend a lot of moves here. Continuing on with the game, if black had played if black had played here, he could have picked up 2 stones, but at the cost of weakening his own stones to the left. And these stones right here, I guess Shusaku wanted to save, so he chose not to do that. So he tries to surround white with this move instead. But this move, 49, ensures that white is going to be able to live. So black plays down here. I would assume it's trying to keep white low. White responds with that. And now the commentators point out that white does not want to play that, or does not want to play this because it would lead to this following sequence. And in this sequence, this would help black build up some center influence, and white is still kind of low and can't get out. So white plays here. Now, in this section of moves, it is titled White's Successful Invasion. White has an invasion down here. So continuing on, white and black again trying to jump out and keep white low. And here's white's invasion right there. And I don't know why black played up there, maybe trying to keep this stuck inside. Black didn't want white to escape anymore. That's my guess. And there's a small sequence of moves right here. And white's already alive, so but it's alive with not that many points because black can push through here. And I'm assuming these are alive. I looked at this. I looked at this whole game a little bit, and I still couldn't tell whether these stones were alive. And I think they are, just because I don't think a mistake like that would be made. So for this move, a reinforcement right here is necessary, but black feels that it is too slow. That's just what the commentators said. So white gets a 2-stone jump, tries to make a base here. It's very close to black. Black is going to try to push it down. And it looks like white is going to try to come out. Now this is, they said, is a very sharp move, and black rejects an uninspiring exchange of 67 and 66. So this is move 66, and that is 67. So black rejects the exchange of playing this and then having white playing that. So black is sort of taking the initiative here and playing that move instead. So going on with the invasion, black is going to try to split white apart right here. So sort of two groups, and white now is able to launch an attack on these stones, and these stones are sort of acting as a backup as white is going to try to live. Now 73 is a very subtle move, and white could sort of cut in this way right here. White could cut there and it would follow this sequence. But after black 2 to 6, or the sequence, the 5 white stones at the bottom would be considerably weakened, and white 73 right here makes the cut a serious threat. So black has to defend it by playing on the dame point with 80, which is a move later on in the game. So a lot of thinking ahead going on here. So continuing with the sequence, as black is going to try to stay connected and not and just make sure that this group lives. If that looks like it ensures some eye shape. It also threatened that Atari right there, so white just connects. And here's what I was talking about. Because of this cut, this move made that cut a serious threat, so Shusaku had to play that move. This is a very good style, and this is the positive approach for settling the group at the bottom. Again, this is the commentary from this guy right here. This defends against the threat at B, which is right here. But it also gives white a good hang at 91, which comes right there. And it does say that having black play up here would probably be better. So a lot of things going on right here. It defends against this, but it gives up this good move, and then they were saying that this would probably have been a better move, just because the hang wouldn't work. It would be too far away from this white stone, and I don't know, just looking at it, I feel this probably also defends against that. And although white is under attack, he defends so skillfully that he comes under little pressure. And Shusaku, this is like a really early game in his career, and he's just not able to he's just not the powerhouse that he becomes later in his career. He's a very young at the time. I don't have his age. He's probably a teenager, probably around 13 or so. Now white, this move right here induces the cut at 86, making white 89, which I just showed you sente, and gives white a reserve eye at the bottom. White 91 induces black 92, setting up the continuation to 99, which I will quickly play out so you guys can see. what he's talking about. There's 99. And black has to extend all the way back here, as there will be, as an Atari right here would be very bad for black. And this move, 97, becomes a very important forcing move later on in the game. So, continuing with the sequence of moves. And now the next section of moves, the next 40 moves, is called Shuwa's Confidence. He is ahead in this game, and he is doing very well here. And Shusaku's just not able to do anything against him. So black is starting to build something right here. I do remember at the end of the game there was a large section here for black. Black connects, white, and then the commentary here was, it's talking about how black cannot cut, like in this sequence, black cannot cut right there because of this sequence. And these two pieces right here, these two forcing moves greatly impact this cut and make it so that it's not gonna work. So, so black can't cut right there, and there's no point in where's the move? And there is no point in black cutting right over, where is it? Yeah, right over here, I think. Yeah, there's no point in black cutting right there, because white would simply live. White has moves that would help it live after that. So as we continue on with the game, so white again is trying to keep these stones from living, and black is still trying to get some territory over there. Black does not have a lot of, neither side has a lot of territory right here. White has, I guess, a decent amount. White has some up there. But black really does not have anything. I guess you can call some of this territory. So as we continue on, in this move right here, it says this is a very dubious strategy, as it only invites white to resist with this move right here. And a more subtle approach would probably have been better in something like this, just because it would not give whites such an attack as what happened in the game by playing here. Shusaku's being very aggressive just by capping that stone, and white now has an attack to put on it. So black is trying to, I guess, I don't really want to call it a pincer, but he's trying to attack that stone. Shuwa is trying to make some life right there. Black is being forced to live on the bottom, and Shuwa's again has sort of strength in the top. Okay, I missed something. Okay, sorry. This one is defying black to start a ko, and because white does have plenty of ko threats, and there is very little black can do from settling his group, and white is pretty much coasting to a win. Black is having a really hard time here, so just gonna fast forward through some of these. Standard things right there. There was an Atari. White is trying to poke. Black trying to keep the territory. White's group is safe. White is able to cut. Black connects. And white makes an eye. Black Ataris. White connects. And black Ataris gaining a little bit of points on the bottom. And this last section of moves is called an authoritative win. White is just so far ahead. Shuwa is just doing really well. So they come on here. White is gaining some points right there. Black is gaining a little bit of influence, but when you look at it, it's not that much just because there are a bunch of white stones here that probably still have Aji. These white stones can probably extend and continue. White caps. White has to connect. And this move was called a fierce move. If black wants to kill white, he has to stop him from getting 2 eyes by attacking with this sequence, with this huge sequence right here. By playing there, white connects. Black pokes out some of the eye space. White's trying to get some more eye. Black pokes out the eye again. And white, this ladder doesn't work. White's, I guess, threatening to make a ladder. Black Ataris. White Ataris again. And black takes the ko. But white would counter. White sort of counter in this whole thing is with this ko. And white does have a perfect ko threat. Where's white's perfect ko threat? White's perfect ko threat is that. I'm confused. While if he won the ko by capturing down here, he would then threaten a severe attack on black center stones by... Am I looking at the wrong... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong diagram. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Let me fix this. No, I'm messing things up. Okay. Blah. Yeah, so I just showed you that where it ends in the ko, but as the commentators were saying, there's a perfect ko threat. I don't see the... Okay, the perfect ko threat is that right there. Is that circle right there, right here. And if white won the ko by capturing this stone right here, let me go there. So if white won by capturing there, he would threaten a severe attack on black center stones by connecting over here. Okay, so that's sort of what I was saying over here, that these stones have Aji. Attacking with one, so I guess back here is not a realistic option for black, just because it would lead to this ko and potentially ruin this whole big mess of territory. This video is a mess. So continue on with the actual game. Black plays here. This maintains the threat from the previous sort of sequence that I showed you with the moves over here and the possibility of connecting and attacking the center. And now, continuing with the game, black cuts. After this move right here, white is forced to defend that, just because Shusaku defended the stone that could have possibly been captured. And the latter stretch of the game, black is again creating some more influence, as white also is gaining a lot of territory on that side. This kind of move shows that Shusaku is still a bit green, for he misses the chance to play a Tetsuji, in which in this Tetsuji he would play that white would block, black would play that move. Well, you know what, I forget about this. Yeah, so Shusaku misses a Tetsuji right there, and it might have kept him in the game. Let me see if I can actually show you this, because this is kind of cool. So the Tesuji that Shusaku missed was playing that. White would connect, black, white, and then that. And this said that Shusaku might have been kept in the game. I guess he could isolate those 3 stones and force white to make 2 eyes over there. So this is what I meant early on when I was talking about just Shusaku wasn't in this game, wasn't as good as he later became, just because he missed that move. The difference in territory becomes too great when white seals up this left side, as I will show you in the latter part of the game. Just finishing up the game now. White making some territory, Shusaku trying to poke out the eyes, black taking some more center territory, white fixing his territory on the right side, black trying to invade the top. And then here there's some thing Aji in the center, as I was talking about earlier in the video. Shusaku tries to run and white seals this off. Now, Shusaku showed no lack of fighting spirit in this game, but the mastery ease with Showa parried his attacks and contained his aggression is impressive. Showa is obviously in top form, and now this is the second of 3 games in which young Shusaku played Showa, and over time, Shusaku was able to defeat Showa, but in this game, the moves after this point in the game are not recorded, so this is all I have, and white is going to win by 12 points. So sort of looking at the territory, white has a lot of territory here, some territory here, and it's not huge amounts. Black has a little bit here, possibly a little bit here. And I think white is going to be able to negate a lot of this center territory. So black is not going to get a lot of that. And these stones right here for black, I think they can be connected. I don't think these are dead, but they're not going to get a lot of territory. And with that, I bring an end to this exciting video. Really interesting game. A lot of interesting fighting, especially with this sort of invasion. Seeing that he was able to get 2 eyes, and Shusaku, who we regard as one of the greatest players, was just sort of beaten senseless in this game. And I thank you guys for watching this video, and I'm gonna have another Go video up next Friday, so stay tuned for that.